Mango Airlines has announced it will temporarily halt its flights to Zanzibar as it struggles to stay afloat. Mango is currently in talks with the Department of Public Enterprises to reposition the low-cost airline. In a statement, the airline says the decision was taken after delays in funding from the government. For more on the story now, our business editor, Xolani Mbanja, joins us now. Xolani, what does this mean?
This means that yet another airline that is state-owned is in big trouble. And as we know, it is a subsidiary of SAA. This means that more, jobs are on the line if nothing is done in terms of this particular, funding that they need to receive. That is part of that 10.5 billion rand that is been funded to SAA, so that it is given to not only SAA but its subsidiaries, which is Air Chefs, SAA Technical and Mango. It's about 2.7 billion rands. This means that, just like those who are at SAA Express, SAA, who are working there, who've been working there at the airline and have not been paid, we might see the same thing for those almost 500 employees at Mango Airlines. And
definitely, when then one looks at, the number of employees, you talk about 500, and also, really closing its only international destination. This spells trouble, certainly.
This spells trouble, and it puts paid to the rumors that have been circulating that indeed from the 1st of May they will cease operations altogether and go into business rescue, and that's when they will actually find some respite and get some funding and then continue, albeit maybe in a different, with different routes. Maybe they might kite routes, but there are talks right now about the future of the airline and how it's going to look. As we know, even at SAA and SAA Express, there is trouble in the land of state-owned airlines, and Mango is well loved, 15 years old, and many people love that route to Zanzibar. They use it a lot to that island, in Tanzania. So it's a lot really to take for the low-cost airline sector in South Africa, and particularly that is state-owned. Something has to give in terms of where is this 10.5 billion rands that government actually funded as early as October last year. We know that the money was not available immediately the next day in SAA's accounts. It comes in tranches, but it's been months, and those who are owed are knocking at the door.
And certainly, as you talk about those who are owed, because Mango is battling to pay its lessors, and those people, of course, they also need to make ends meet. They need to make sure that they also pay their own employees. So certainly, this looks like it's having a ripple effect. And while Mango tries to stay afloat, the lessors are coming in.
Yes, and if you see, there is a huge market for the low-cost airline industry. In South Africa, there's a huge gap. Otherwise, we wouldn't find new airlines coming up during the pandemic. We have Lift Airline that was just launched, flying to the 12th busiest, route in the world, which is between Johannesburg and Cape Town. They are seeing the gap that is being left by these state-owned entities that have, trouble, and they are just taking it. So it has a ripple effect, and those who are owed are now saying, please, we can't take it anymore. What actually this means is that the last flight inbound from Zanzibar is going to be coming back on Sunday, and there's not going to be any flight going that way. It's going to be a one-way flight, and they have advised their passengers to say, please get in touch with us if you don't have a return ticket, or if you have a return ticket, let's see what we can do to accommodate you in other airlines. But it's real trouble for the state-owned sector of our airline industry.
I tell you what, Xolani, even on a Friday night, we are still getting some breaking news. This is going to be one of the big stories for this particular weekend, and certainly it'll be interesting to see what the company is coming out then to say, as well as the Department of Public Enterprises as well, to see if there'll be anything to try and really halt this crisis that is really looming here with Mango Airlines. That's Xolani Mbanja there, who is our business editor here at Newzroom Afrika. Let's move